Hey, what's going on, everybody? Wanted to pop in here real quick and do a little culture and compliance chat. And this will also be available on our site and in this group. And what I want to talk about today is culture and compliance. And we've talked about a lot of things inside of here, but today is about some, I would say, important topics, not just for you or me or the company, but really as the industry as a whole. And so we really wanted to touch on some really important points with you. So thank you so much for checking this out. So the first thing we're going to talk about is culture. Now, culture is defined as a group of people doing something. That's like the most basic version of culture you could possibly have. And so when you have a bunch of people trying to do one thing, everyone wants to kind of do it their way. And the thing about culture is that's a good thing. We don't want to stifle people. We don't want to say, there's only one way to do it or the highway. But at the same time, there's certain things inside of a culture that we want to all have commonalities, almost like values or beliefs that you might have in common with people that are around you. So, the reason that you have the friends you have is probably because they're values and beliefs. And that could kind of be defined as your personal culture, what you actually believe. So first thing I want to talk about is, when we make references to what we're doing, and this is on both sides of it, culture and compliance, but when we talk about what we do as distributors and brand partners of Be Epic, when you're doing it in a public way, you want to make sure that you don't make a connection to what you're talking about and the company. And that might sound crazy to some people, and then they go, well, don't I want to tell people about my company? Don't I want to scream from the rooftops and say Be Epic and put the logo everywhere and let people know that this is my brand? Well, the thing about it is people don't really join companies, they join you. And so if you're a person, maybe, especially if you've never done any type of home-based business and you all of a sudden start throwing up logos and videos and graphics with the logo on it and stuff like that, people are immediately going to go, he's trying to sell me something or she's trying to sell me something, even though you might not be. You're really just doing it because you want to help. But that's kind of the perception of it. So when I talk about no connection, and that's relating to the FTC, some legalities to everything, we want to have a culture where we can feel safe to build our business short-term and long-term. And so it kind of goes over to the compliance side. These two are connected where there's no claims. So what's a claim look like? So if I go and I post on my Facebook wall or I send email out or anything that's public, if I do this, I want to make it so I'm not making any claims that can be related to the product, the company, or the opportunity. So here's an example. I don't want to go out there and say, hey, I wish I had one on me. Hey, this miracle pill has helped me have more energy, feel awesome. My fibromyalgia is gone. This thing is just awesome. Now, I know I've done it too. It's very tempting to do that, especially when you have a really great experience with a product. The thing about it, though, is when you attach that, now you're giving claims and you're giving promises that this will work. Same thing with weight loss too. Be very, very careful with weight loss claims because for a couple of reasons. So if you do a before and after or you do anything like that, people are going to come in expecting for the same results. Can they get the same results? Yes, it's very possible. But the thing is everybody literally is completely different. So the results that you have in 2 days could take somebody 2 months to have just because of how their body is. So you always want to be very careful with what you put out there because what you put out there, just like if you're training someone, it's going to duplicate. It's going to also be expected. So biggest thing on the compliance side when you're sharing things is making no medical claims, not anything that has to do related to it. Now, here's the thing though. I can post a picture of me going and put, I have so much energy and I was able to clean the yard today without ever taking a nap. I can say that. And so I'm not making the connection. I'm not saying I have energy because I took this thing, right? And the thing about it too is that also causes people to ask questions, which is what we want. We want to do attraction marketing. We want to do curiosity marketing. We want somebody to go, well, James, how do you have so much energy? Now, if I say I have energy because of this pill, people don't have to ask me. They know how I got the energy. It's because of this. So that's the thing, is you want to make it so every post, especially public. Now, stories you can have fun with, you can experiment with. But when you're doing something that's very public, where a lot of people can see it, you want to make it all curiosity based. So that's the product side of it. Now, the income side of it, again, it's the same rules. As long as you don't make the connection, if you don't get on Facebook and go, oh my gosh, my team is blowing up, everyone's making money, we just enrolled 9,000 people, and I just made $10,000. You can't say that, because now you're setting that expectation, you're giving an income claim, all those different things. Can you get on and say, I am so proud of the growth that is going on right now in my business, I've never been happier? For sure, there's no claims there. It's not relating it back to Be Epic. It's not talking about a home-based business. It's just saying that your business is growing and you're really excited about it. Because again, you want somebody to ask the question, what are you excited about? Here's another thing too. If you show any real numbers, if you show, like if you took a screenshot of something and you said, here's how much money I made, or here's how many people are in my business, or whatever it is, whenever you do those things, there's a couple of things that happen, because now you're giving it all away, right? And so people don't have to ask. And also you're making it so when people see numbers like that, they immediately go inside their head and go, I don't know if I could do that. And again, and this kind of goes back to our culture a little bit. Our culture is a culture of helping everyone win and earn an extra $500 a month or more part-time doing Be Epic, or sharing Be Epic. And so we always want to cater to the people that are coming in, maybe they don't have experience, because the thing is if you're someone here that wants to create a large income, no matter what your level of desire is, a large income to somebody could be $1,000 a month, it could be $10,000 a month, it could be $100,000 a month, whatever that level of desire is. The way that you do that is by helping more people earn an additional $500 a month, or $300, or $200, or $50, or whatever it is, whatever they want to come in and earn. And so when you're out there doing your marketing, you really want to, now it's different when you talk about prospecting. We're talking marketing. Marketing is, I'm putting it out there for the world to see in hopes that people come back. It's kind of like fishing, right? Versus, if I'm prospecting in a one-on-one interaction on private messenger or whatever, then it's a little different, because now I'm sharing my story. I can do that. We're talking about marketing in a public forum. So that's the biggest thing, is no claims whatsoever. And then from a culture standpoint, no connection. Because again, you want people to ask, why do you have so much energy? Why do you look so vibrant? Why are you hiking every day? Why are you working out more? What are you doing? You want to create that curiosity. And the challenge with it, and here's the challenge, is that sometimes doing this works. And somebody goes, I want to know what that is. But the likelihood of that, you always want to think of, I want to expand my funnel. I want more people to ask me questions. I'm not looking for the people that want to buy right now. I'm looking for the people I can build a relationship over time that could potentially buy later. That's a much bigger pool than the pool of people that just want to buy right now. So that's the first point. We're going to buzz through most of these. So hashtags and tagging. And here's the thing. When you're doing public posts, especially on Facebook, do not use hashtags. Hashtags are a little different in the Instagram, the TikTok world, and all kind of stuff. But here's the thing. When you're doing marketing, when you're marketing something, you're putting it out there, and people click on a hashtag, you better make sure what's behind the hashtag, because there might be competitors, there might be other people trying to use that hashtag and steal the market over to theirs. So on most platforms, if you're doing some form of marketing, now if you're trying to get more followers, if you're trying to expand your market, if you're trying to reach out and grow your market, hashtags are good for that kind of thing. But if you're doing something that's marketing, you don't want to hashtag something, because people are going to look on that and go look around. The other thing is tagging. The thing about tagging is you only want to do those on things that might have involved more than people. So the only time that I'll tag someone in a post is if I'm with them. If I'm with them, or we just had a conversation and I said I was going to tag them in something. You never want to do the thing where you tag like 50 people and do a post, because that's spamming. That's something that people don't really want to be involved in. So you want to make it so, and again, this is kind of a culture thing. It doesn't have much to do with compliance, but from a culture perspective, watch who you're tagging. It shouldn't be a lot of people, if any, and then hashtag. Because always remember, you want the things that you're doing to market your business shouldn't be much outside the norm of what you normally do. It shouldn't be, I shouldn't be able to go to someone's feed and go, oh, that's when they joined that company. Ooh, I can do that with, I used to be able to do that with me. I'm still cleaning up stuff from 4 years ago. I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I put that up there. So again, you want to make it, you want people to ask you that question, what are you doing? How are you doing this? That's what you're looking for. On the other side, from a compliance standpoint, if you do, and we're going to have to update some things, if we do have marketing graphics or you do emails or really any type of thing where you're doing a messaging that anyone could see, you want to make sure to put the Independent Brand Promoter logo on there. You can actually find that in our group. You can find that on the BeEpic page. There's a lot of places you can find that. And you want to have that in there because you don't want people to mix you up with corporate. Independent brand partner and corporate are two separate entities. And so you always want to make sure that is in there, especially in email correspondence, on graphics that you create, any marketing material that you create. Again, you should always ask support to make sure that it is compliant because we have a lot of great things that you can use. You can actually go to beepicgear.com, the letter B, epicgear.com, and there's a lot of stuff that's all compliant. So I would go there if you want to do any marketing, if you want to use anything. If it's there, you can use it. I wouldn't recommend getting it done on your own. It's also not duplicatable if you make it on your own. So it's always better to buy directly from there. Public versus private, and this is the marketing side of this too. This kind of goes with the first one a little bit, but in terms of public versus private, you want to utilize our private groups as your Facebook page. And that's why we recommend doing this 10-in-1 DMO where you're adding 10 people to the Epic Life group a day and posting once. Because if you have not posted in that group, but you have been adding people, people might not be seeing that group. When you post in the Epic Life group, it puts all the people you've added, it brings them into the group, and now the group becomes their feed. So a little bit of a little hack there in terms of it. That's why you want to post your progress in there. How'd you feel? I post in there, I would say at least 5 times a week. If not more. And that's because I'm just saying, here's my experience, here's my progress. I'm sharing that journey because that's what people love to see. They love to see the journey. They can believe losing 2 or 3 pounds. They can believe more energy. They can believe more walks with the kids, more walks with the dog. They can believe those things. It's hard to believe sometimes, I lost 50 pounds in a month or whatever it is. So that's why it's so important to show the progress in the group. Domains and websites, real quickly. In terms of the company-wise, if you want to get a domain and you want to have a separate website or whatever it is, just make sure that BeEpic is not in the website. They will ask you to take it down or remove it, which could potentially cause a suspension or a termination if you do not take it down. So make sure that there's no BeEpic in any of your websites, even if you're doing forwarding. If you're doing something like, beepicamazing.com and you're forwarding it to your other website, maybe your referral website that you have through BeEpic, you don't want to do that either. So make sure that BeEpic is not in your domains. And again, you want the company to stay the company and you stay you. Keep those things separate. You don't want to really combine those. Now, the last thing here is kind of a little bit of a touchy topic. So I saved it for last. This is where it really comes down to, with BeEpic, this is a gig economy based company. This is a company where you can add this additional income stream to whatever you're doing. Now, you might have other income streams with other companies, opportunities, affiliates, websites, referrals, whatever out there. And BeEpic might be something that you're adding to what you're already doing. And whenever you're adding something, you have to be very conscious of the other things that you are actively doing or still doing because they're all lines of business. So we want to have ethical business practices here first in terms of our team. And what that really means is that when you're adding an additional income stream, you want to respect all your other income streams and any income streams that could be affected by you directly leaving. So that means if you, let's say you're with another direct sales or home-based business, and you are looking to add BeEpic as another income to that business, you cannot go to anybody in that other business that you're leaving that is not a personally enrolled person. So you cannot go to somebody that you became best friends with at that company and you didn't enroll them, but you met them at an event and you've been buddies for like 3 years. You're like, oh, I gotta go tell Samantha this. You can't tell Samantha. If Samantha reaches out to you, you can't be like, hey, Samantha, yeah, let me tell you all about what I'm doing now. That will get you and her in trouble and could potentially get you terminated from that company and this company. It's unethical practices. You want to make sure that what you're doing is on the up and up, as they say. And if you are when you are adding BeEpic as an additional income stream, you're respecting the other income streams that are out there, not just of yourself, but of other people. So you want to make sure for sure that you're only talking to anyone you have a personal enrollment connection with and nobody else. Even if they're besties, I mean, if you're married to somebody that's cross-line, I'm not sure how that works, but you want to be very respectful, not just of you, but of other people as well. So that also means adding people to groups. So just because you're like, well, I haven't enrolled them, I'm just going to add them to the group and we'll see what happens. Not adding to the groups, enrolling as a customer, as a distributor. Now, if you've been out of a company for a certain period of time and you're no longer with that company, it's a little differently. But again, if you still have income streams at other companies, you want to be able to respect that stream and the streams of others as well. From the compliance side, so from the BeEpic side, there is no internal lead exchange. So what does that mean? I enroll people with BeEpic. We have that email database inside our back office. I cannot take that database and then go market other products to them. So I can't enroll somebody in BeEpic and then try to sell them my candles. Now, if they want to buy my stuff, they can, but I can't use the marketing list that I generate from BeEpic to sell other products to, if that makes sense. Now, again, people can, it's free will, people can purchase other products, but I can't use the list that I import and that's inside BeEpic's system. I can't take that and remarket to it because that's just not ethical. You shouldn't do that. And then anti-spam too. You don't want to be sending mass emails to people either inside BeEpic or outside BeEpic, or if you purchase a list or anything like that. You do not want to do that kind of stuff because that'll only not just hurt you, it'll hurt the company, it'll hurt everyone's business. So you want to be very mindful of that. And that also goes back to the claims. If you're making any income or health claims in a public forum, you are putting not your business at risk, everyone else's business at risk, and all of BeEpic at risk. The thing about it is if you stay within these guidelines of the culture that we're creating and some of the compliance, there's really not a ton of compliance because if you do the cultural things correctly, you'll never have to worry about this side of it. Because if you stay in this side and all you do is post once a day in our Facebook group and you add 10 people to that group a day and you do everything that we show you how to do in terms of marketing and creating more conversations, not going after conversions, and doing everything in an ethical manner, you're never gonna have to worry about this stuff. So I want to just put this out here so people know you just have to be conscious of it and really just practice common sense and create this culture of one that's ethical, one that when we're doing something, we know without a shadow of a doubt, if every government agency in the world went and looked at every one of our team's Facebook pages and Instagram profiles and TikToks and all this kind of stuff, they go, yeah, they're doing it on the up and up because I can't even tell what they're doing. All they're doing is starting conversations. All they're doing is building relationships. I don't even know if these guys are marketing anything. That's what you want to be able to do. You should be able to go to anybody's Facebook group, Facebook page, their profile, their Instagram or whatever. You should be able to go to everyone and go, I don't know what they're doing. I have no clue. I have no clue. I got to ask them, what are you doing? Why do you have energy? Why this? Why this? Why this? If you can go to your Facebook profile or anybody on your team's Facebook profile and you can instantly see they're trying to sell something. They're trying to recruit something. They're trying to get people into something. It looks different. They've got this BeEpic thing all over the place. Yeah, that's, again, remember, this is a home-based relationship marketing model, and we have to play it safe and do it the right way to protect this for the long haul. I think Be Epic is on a huge momentum curve, and this is when we have to watch this stuff the most, because when you have a huge momentum, you get a big spotlight on yourself. And so people are going to be looking, not just from, here's my last thing I'll end on here, not just from government agencies, but also from other companies. Their other companies are going to be looking for things to negatively take out. Oh, see, they do it like this. Oh, they're spamming. Oh, they're doing income claims. Oh, they're doing product claims. Look at this, look at this. And other companies, are more likely to report you to government agencies than anybody else. Because Be Epic doesn't want to report you, because you're a brand partner. The people that are going to report you are other people outside that are watching what's going on because of this epic rise. Ooh, epic rise. I like that. So I just want to go over that really quickly. Culture and compliance is just so important to our team because we want to do things the right way. So when in doubt, ask somebody, should I post this? Is this okay? It's okay to ask the questions. Heck, post it in our brand partner group and go, hey, I'm thinking about posting this. Is this a good idea? We'll give feedback. Maybe we'll do something like that inside the group where you can put, should I post this? Should I post that? Because again, once you learn the game, once you learn how to play this, it's really, really fun. Because if you go to my Facebook page right now, there ain't nothing about Be Epic on there, but every one of my posts generate lots and lots of conversations for Be Epic. And so you really want to make it that's the easiest way to know if what you're doing is correct. If you can go to your profile, if you can go to your Instagram, your TikTok, your whatever you're doing, whatever's cool now once you're watching this, you want to go to that and go, I don't know what this person is doing, but they look like they have energy. They look like they're successful. They look like they're having fun. They look like they're building a culture somewhere. There's something going on with this person. I got to go find out. And here's the last phrase that I just want to hopefully resonate in your mind. This might be a tattoo that I get. Be the beacon, not the spotlight. Don't put the spotlight on yourself and go, hey guys, look at me over here. Look at me over here. You want to be the beacon. So when you're like out there, people are just like, wow, there's something going on over there. I got to inquire. I got to ask. I got to start a conversation. And also remember too, those conversations, those don't happen overnight. There's a lot more people watching you right now than you can even imagine. So when you get one like or one comment on your post, there's probably about 20 to 50 people or more that saw it and didn't say anything. Always know that too. People are always watching. So it's kind of that whole thing, like what you do behind closed doors should be what you do in front of open doors. And so you want to make it, everything is on the up and up. So I hope that was helpful. We're going to have this video everywhere so you can access it. We'll probably update this as we go with more and more. But I just wanted to come live with you here today, and we'll have this on a recording that you can access as well. And it'll be part of the training that everyone will go through just so they can kind of have this and have the lay of the land, as they say. So thank you so much for checking this out today. Hope you have an awesome, epic day, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.